Everybody wants to be an astronaut. Take the long, tall trail to the sun.
Howdy everyone, welcome back to more for the Golden Path Internationals, being sponsored by Unfussable Narrative. I am your host and commentator, BlackShadow, and we are continuing our coverage of the round of 14 knockouts. Our opening knockout round having completed the groups and the wildcards. 56 players have entered, and quite a few of them will be dropping off at this stage. Reminder, the rules are fairly straightforward. All winners and second places of this round will go through to the quarterfinals, as well as 8 of the best 14 places. We've played 3 games so far, and they have all been just crazy matches. If you've not seen them, you really ought to. All for different reasons. Drama, tension, peril. It's been a great knockout round so far. I think it speaks to the quality of players that have made this far. Every single fixture has its own selling point, its own attraction, and this match should be no different. So this is going to be Match J, featuring producer Sean, Arlanil, Leumas Draw, and GreenFlame. Now, this is not meant to be a knock at the players in this game in any way, shape, or form. Please don't take it like that. But Match J is curious in that when you look at obviously some of the names that are more familiar to like the groups, you know, your Lannisters, Samancies, Elisars, Zazaboos, and all that sort of things. When you look at Match J, producer Sean, Arlanil, Leumas Draw, and GreenFlame, it doesn't necessarily jump out at you immediately, but I think that makes it more fascinating. This could be quite a sleep hit of the round of 14. And just in the same way that you can have games with really big names that kind of fizzle out, sometimes the ones with the names you don't recognize so much can prove to be some of the best games in the entire knockout round, and this could well be no exception. I think this could be a lot of fun. So we're going to start off with producer Sean, who is our group winner in today's match, winning Group G here. A absolute surprise as far as the tournament's concerned, coming into a pretty tough group. You know, Samancy as mentioned, Pumpkin Raw, some really, really good players, and managing to top it with 2 wins and 15 points. It was a surprise. Again, it's not meant to be knocked at any stretch of imagination, but with some very, very good players, and Samancy has shown to be ruthless in the group stages. To top that group is a very impressive feat indeed. Sean's 2 wins have come at the hands of Baron Harkonnen and Duke Leto, playing Baron again, though in a 3rd place finish, as well as Archduke Armand in the final match, which was a pretty wild one if you've not seen it. To me, Sean definitely does have that kind of that wild card quality about it that you don't necessarily know what you're going to get. You know, there's some players around, you know, that definitely have kind of a fashion how they play. Think of, say, Badger, for example. We've seen a fair bit of playing in the group stages. Very technically minded, you know, card drawing, deck building, that sort of thing. Sean is kind of a bit of a pack in that you don't necessarily know what you're going to get. It's going to be pretty wild play, but to be honest, as someone watching these games, I can't hate that. Joining them first up is going to be Arlanil, who got 2nd place in Group F. And look at this here, a 3-way point tiebreak for Arlanil here. Only getting the top spot courtesy of having won 2 games. Actually had a worse average points rating than Twist Pickle. But the first tiebreaker was how many matches you've won, not your average points. So just about squeaking through into automatic qualification. Arlanil has had a pretty wild group stage as well. His 2 victories came with Viscount Hundro as well as the Beast Raban, but also played Raban in week 2 in a 4-way 10 victory point tie where he ended up coming last by 3 spice between him and the leader. It was a wild game. Unfortunately, I wasn't around to commentate. I really wish I had it done because you don't see those very often. He also managed to play a game as Helena where he got 3rd place, but only picking up 6 victory points there. It was kind of a slaughter by Roma and Twist Pickle. But those 2 wins and eking them out, managing to get him through to the next round. Leumas Draw comes into this match with the best record of the 4 players. Even though he only came 2nd, he won every single game he played except to Eric 5518, who won all 4 of his games, and Leumas came 2nd in that. So the 2 of them absolutely dominated Group H, and coming down to the last match between them, which Eric managed to sneak out. Now, interesting to note for Leumas is that out of his 4 games he played, 3 of them were with Tesia Vernius, winning 2 of those. One of his Tesia games was the loss to Ipamsu, who played as Yuna, and his other victory came as Hundros. So definitely very much favours kind of going for the influence game, which I can respect, and Tesia Vernius is definitely a very dangerous leader in Rise of X. If not left, left about and not controlled and not kind of pleased by the table a little bit, can go completely out of control, and I suspect that's probably what happened in some of these games. But with the best record coming into it, we'll be feeling pretty confident that he can edge his way into the quarterfinals. And our wildcard qualifier for this is going to be GreenFlame, who came third in Group R, only narrowly missing out in all qualification to Heretic. Finished on the same point and the same wins, but his average points rating, while pretty good at 28%, was not quite enough compared to Heretic's. GreenFlame's 2 wins coming at the hands of Baron Harkonnen and Helena, so a bit of old school factors in this. Also playing Baron in a 3rd place finish in week 4, but also gave old Memnon a spin in the opening week of the competition and getting 2nd place of him. I think that was a game I might well have covered too. Was pretty wild, losing to Tesia Vernius, but a 2nd place of Memnon, you can't hate that, right? Worth noting, though, that in amongst all those games, that Green finishing with very little resources more often than not. Only finishing with 7 spice left over the course of 4 games, which is not a lot at all. So definitely trying to make a push to get hold of those points. Happy to sacrifice resources to do it. So maybe a little relying on the victory points for tiebreakers. And if it's a really close game, that could be a bit of a problem. So maybe an area that could be exploited. So as to who's going to make it through this one, it's a tricky call. I've already said I think Leumas Draw should probably have enough in the tank to get over the line in one of the top 2 spaces, but beyond that, it's really hard to know. I think out of all the round of 14 games, I think this could be the most wild. I think this could be the most unpredictable, and this could be the one that some of you might watch and think, what is going on, and just like astonished by some of the things you're witnessing. It's very possible, but sometimes you can't hate that, as a viewer and as a commentator. I think it's a lot of fun. Part of me has always felt that maybe the games that aren't played absolutely perfectly, they have their own kind of charm to them, and like having no idea what's about to happen. But we'll see. All right, then. So we are getting ready for the match here. Set up, about ready. As I've mentioned before, like I don't know quite how this game's going to pan out. I think this could be pretty wild and unpredictable. Part of me likes that. And I'm fascinated to see how this is going to happen. Say Leumas, although he came 2nd, probably got the best record out of all 4 players come into it. Sean has not lost a game when I've commentated. I've commentated 2 of them. He won both of them. So I'm apparently his lucky charm. So we shall see. This should be a lot of fun. But my normal powers of trying to deduce what players are going to do, and while they're doing it, they could be stretched here a little bit. But I'll do what I can. Alright, so GreenFlame is going to be in 1st position, which means it will be Leumas Draw to pick first here in the red spot. So have a look at our text here and our row. It's very, very cheap here. In the shadows, clearly the standout card here. One of the better cards in Rise of X for sure. Very powerful. Getting the reveals. If you can unload that as well, that is really huge. But some curious stuff going otherwise. Some of the swaps are very strong. The spacing bumps very highly desirable, of course, with how shipping works. Assassination mission could well attempt, like if there's an ECAS player and if ECAS available, I would like that card very much. You can just reveal it and trash it, get 5 Solari. Pretty good. But Jesuit Sister, always solid, always has been. And then Winning Way, which can let you do some really crazy, funky plays if you're feeling creative enough. Tech-wise, it's a bit all over. Spaceport is, not necessarily the most desirable. Sonic was a nice, easy, early get hold of and to trash load intrigues. But stand out here with Shuttle Fleet. This is very strong if you can get this the first, in round 2 or round 3. Getting those bumps for shipping access and that money piling up pays for so many things. It pays for Mentats, it pays for Dreadnoughts, it pays for High Councils, pays for all sorts of things. So very, very desirable here. Leader-wise, there is no ECAS. There is a Helena, but no ECAS, which is curious. Baron, Tesia, Beast, Yuna. Not many card drawers though. No Ilban, no Ariana, no Paul Atreides. So it's gonna be a pretty combative. I mean, well, Ilban is here. I apologize, but he's a bounty on the card drawer side. I guess Helena can be as well. But a lot of very combative leaders here. So I think this coupled with some of the cards in the row, there's daggers about. Weirding where he's gonna get taken. I think we're gonna see a pretty heavy combative game here. Arlanil will be to pick next. So, yeah, I think what you're going to see is probably either Baron Tesia or Tesia Baron. It depends which way around this goes here, really. But I think he's going to feel pretty forced to pick one of the two. Helena's interesting in that she's going to try and kind of recluse herself from all of the violence that's going to happen. You know, Helena's best bet is to kind of, you know, pick spots, kind of not get too involved with other people, use infiltration to kind of go for the one or two combats that they're interested in and kind of ignore it otherwise and just focus on sort of deck building. So we'll see what the plan is here. But I imagine we'll see Baron and then Tesia in second. Might go the other way around, but I think Arlanil's going to go Baron here, which he does. Which leaves Sean in second, who I think is interesting. He's played a lot of Baron. Beast looks good. Tesia looks good. I'd be a little surprised to see him go beyond one of those two. But the thing is like it feels like whoever you don't pick here is probably going to get picked in first spot as well. Beast in first spot is not bad at all by any stretch of imagination. So I think we'll see Tesia. And then it'll be GreenFlame in the first spot here. Beast being there is going to tell you a story that there's some very good leaders out there. And I suspect he's going to probably pick that. Could go leader, maybe. Oh, that's very nice. That's very nice indeed. Yuna could go, but feels a little funky. Ilban, if you think there's a lot of combative leaders out there, maybe Ilban is reasonable, but I think Beast is probably going to have to go here. You've heard stories about Leumas. Well, I have not contributed to those at all. I couldn't possibly say, but... the tales. Well, there we go. Then looks like this is going to be a... As I said, I think this is going to be a pretty fun, entertaining game. No way is GreenFlame going a lasery gas! You gotta be kidding me! He does! Oh my god! Wow. Just buckle in, everyone. This is going to be some game. So, Laser Kaz, a reminder, if you've not seen it before, one step ahead means at the start of every round, she has to put a card down, like so. And that card she puts down, she flips on her second agent action. And if she uses it, she gets a Spice or a Solari for her troubles. But if she doesn't, then she gets nothing. But it gets tabled regardless. And she puts down her Seek Allies here. So I think it's looking Diplomacy Seek Allies is going to be the plan. But here we go. This is going to be... Yeah, it needs to... Yeah, so you've got to make sure you pick your tokens before you draw your hand, because it is at game start specifically, so no hand allowed to be seen here. Bet we'll see the regular 2 from Arlanil, and we do, so he will take both of those. We're getting underway here, so Elaine's going for both diplomacies is going to leave the Signet Ring out, which is most curious. Here we go, and first up, it is the Solari Skirmish. The Solari Influence Skirmish here. Probably the best skirmish in the game. I think it's up there. It's either this or the one that gives you Spice. Both very strong here. Wow, Tesia and Baron both wish they get a piece of this. Does a laser barrel into Hardy Warriors immediately to deny this? I don't know. The problem is this is great for Tesia, because Tesia means if a laser doesn't go there or not, wow. A laser just like, yeah, I'll be fine. I'm just gonna go smuggling, and I'm gonna play my own game. Wow. And gets the fold space. It is, this is gonna be wild. Okay then, so Tesia will go fold space, which means Baron is going Hardy Warriors. I'm surprised Sean didn't go Hardy Warriors himself there. I'm surprised he's kind of letting the Baron have this. I think that's a miss there from Sean. I think, to be honest, if you're playing as Baron or Tesia and this Scourge comes up and you can go Hardy Warriors, you've got to go Hardy Warriors, I realistically think. I think that's almost automatic, so he will not complain. They must be flipped. It's not optional. It is once you deploy the +4, you get it, whether you want it or not. So, takes the bumps there. Tesia is still going to get access to shipping next round, though, regardless. Actually, that's not true. No, if Baron wins it, he'll get hold of his second bump, but he's going to be too slow. Baron will get a chance at interstellar shipping before Tesia can get it, but he'll be ready for it in the future. So Helena's up. Helena is drawn badly here. Goes immediately to Carfag. Secret Forces is found. Not great to find early. How much does Helena want to fight in? I think putting in a couple of troops is fine. Kind of test the waters. Try and get hold of the free Solari. That's what she's after here. Kind of threatening, saying, I'm happy to come in more here. Here's Seek Allies. Seek Allies. Still Suitors available. Looks pretty good. I think she might be going Wealth. I don't know what she's doing with this. She can't afford she was going to go Steel Suits. So Wealth it is. So free Solari found. So the idea is she's looking to smuggle and get hold of her Swordmaster immediately and just get actions in the game. That's what she's looking to do here. Tesia's up. Tesia has Signet Ring in hand if she wants to go out of Keen. This can be used to shift influence one way or t'other. But not really ideal. And this is why Tesia should have gone Hardy Warriors. Because she would have been able to get the influence with the Fremen and then use the ring to shift it away to the Spacing Guild afterwards, and then win the combat and take the bump and call it a day. So that is the problem here for Tesia. But Tesia can still get hold of stuff like Tesia can get hold of like Shuttle Fleet. That's pretty scary. But we'll see. So Tesia's just going to go and grab some spice. Laser's not gotten involved here, so as long as you put in a troop, you're good for this. I wonder if Baron is going to insta-reveal here. He's got 4 persuasion, but he cannot use his Signet Ring to get hold of an intrigue here. I think Baron should just reveal. But he's scared about Helena, so he's going to go and put more troops in. He's going to put in at least one more, I think. Well, that tells you a story. That tells you a story. Baron not leaving anything to chance. Now, does Helena early reveal? I think within the shadows sitting there, I think early reveal is pretty justifiable. Yeah, that's exactly what we see here. Good spot here from Leumas. I would expect no less. Doesn't need to get involved here. Nothing to benefit. Grabbing the shadows, call it a day. Oh my goodness me. Funnily enough, it's actually not the best ring ability going. Like, Eliza, it's not that great. Helena, it's not that great. Tesia, it's not that great. And it's Baron, really, who benefits from that. But no one can get it currently, so just in the shadows. Laser will reveal for a couple. Yeah, couldn't have expected... I think someone was only revealing for that. I think fairly likely. Might not buy, but I think a liaison is fine here. I don't hate a liaison, and does grab it. Tesia has 3. I'd love to see Sean pick up a Weirding Way or Bene Gesserit's sister. I think both of those would be really good. But I think he might just go... I think this is the simpler card. You know, and it's a good reveal. 2 Persuasion or 2 Daggers. Whatever you see, it's pretty nice. He does go for it. Oh, dear. Well, Baron Harkonnen is going to get himself some Guild Bankers action, and he will not be upset to see that card peel off. That's it's a pretty good feeling. Pretty good. He will take it. Baron will win the combat, so 2 Solari. He will get shipping access, but he's only going to be able to install the ship twice, and then Tesia will look to take over here. Helena will pick up 3 Solari. A couple of coins for Sean. Now, the question with Helena is Helena going to go smuggling to block GreenFlame from smuggling again? I think probably has to, right? You can get there with your Signet Ring, pull aside, maybe like Treachery, which is just turned up in the road, by the way. Oh my goodness. Baron and Tesia are going to dominate the shipping early here, so... Next round it is. Oh my goodness, it's machinations. Oh man. There is an argument that Tesia Vernon is just Hardy Warriors. Wow, Tesia does neither. Just goes smuggling. Okay. Baron does not have to interstellar straight away. He can do something else if he wants. Baron could Hardy Warrior again if he really wanted to, but I don't think that'd be necessary. Do you Hardy Warrior that's Tessia Vernius instead of going Fold Space? I think I do. That's really juicy. It's really juicy. It'd be worth at least considering. You'd have to give up on one of your snooper bumps, like the discard for a spice, but it's not a big deal. You get 2 tokens right away, round 2. That's massive. So Baron looking at his options here. Baron does not have to go in stellar shipping. You see what the move's going to be here for Baron. Wealth? I don't hate wealth. Steel suits, maybe? So you can get hold of Great Flat, but it's kind of weird because you're not really ever going to get the mining done unless you do it like now. It's too easy for someone to get in the way, so it's a little tricky. I don't hate wealth, though. I think wealth is fine. Secrets is fine. You can even go Fold Space with Seek Allies and just try and absolutely cut everyone out of that. I think that's actually not bad an idea. It'd be pretty cutthroat, but if Tezzy's not going to go there, why give the chance for the table to get there? I think it's unnecessary. Laser has got down her dagger. Obviously, the intention is she was looking to go smuggling and then cash that in. Obviously, that's not going to happen. I think that was pretty optimistic from GreenFlame there. Well, I didn't particularly like the opening smuggling. Someone was getting in the way of you. If you were in second spot, fine, but you weren't. Wow. Baron Harkonnen is, he is going to town. Insta all in on the machination. I guess he's thinking he's getting his water back, right? That's the logic here. Wow. That's pretty insane. Helena has to go Fold Space, right? I think she's got to go Fold Space in the hope that Baron, like, she gets her diplomacy next round and Baron doesn't go there. She at least gets a round of shipping. I don't know. It's really weird. Like, Hardy Warriors was so good, but now, like, the Baron's gone there. That's going to really confuse things. Also, she now is eyeing up Great Flats, so she's going to go Steel Suits and put them in here. Well, she's going to put in at least one, if not both. Kind of a weird spot. Leumas is going to get himself in some strange situations in this game, so I'm curious to see how he's going to play through this. I think he's going to use his Signet Ring, probably for Smuggler's Falter, I would imagine. So Laser's going to go and grab the Spice now instead, the idea being that she can get hold of, like, a tech or something. Maybe even go Dreadnoughting? Man, that'll be wild. Tessie Vernius is just like, okay, Carthag it is. It's the thing, now the Baron has gone in with these 2 troops, it's accelerated this, people putting these in. Tessie Vernius finds Grand Conspiracy. Oh my goodness. That's pretty nice. We were expecting to get a point out of that at some point. So, in goes Tessia. No one has any battle intrigues. Arakeen's still sitting there. Baron's just going to Interstellar, obviously. What does Helena do? Does Helena go? Man, it's tricky for Helena here. Arakeen doesn't feel terrible. But you have no battle intrigues, and Tessia could well have one. Very possible. And also, a laser is... It's also weird, like, what the heck is a laser doing? I mean, if you go Arakeen, is she really going Imperial Basin? I don't think so. If you don't go Arakeen, I would imagine she almost certainly is. Man, it is weird, isn't it? It is very strange. Great Flat is safe. No one can take that from you. So you don't need to worry about that. Everyone have a look at everyone's discards here. Eliza trying to work out what's going on. Eliza needs help. She cannot win it currently. Arakeen is not enough. Tessie might win this. But I think Helena's going to tell herself she's got to go to Arakeen here. Oh, she's going to go Carthag as well and pray. Oh, doesn't find it. No combat intrigue, and Tessie's going to look and see and realise that they've got a dagger. And that she can't win. So the question now is, does Helena put the troop in for denial? I think the answer is yes. I think you've got to stop Tessia getting these machination bumps. If Tessia's got a battle intrigue, they got a battle intrigue. So it's going to be water all around here. Now what does a laser do? Does a laser just give up here? Mentat? Oh, yes, good point. She must put something aside from the ring. That is fixed. There's no may about it. So she's going to have free persuasion. I think it's got to be Fopter, right? Could put treachery away to deny. I think you'll go Fopter here. Yeah, it looks pretty natural. It sucks because you've got no influence there. You're just kind of revealing it for now, but hey-ho. It's not a bad card. I think Mentat's fine. Yeah, I need a negotiator then if I'm not buying. So she's just prepping up for Shuttle Fleet then, by the looks of it. So it's going to be a tie here. It's going to be water all over the place, which Helena can live with. Free to buy for Sean. I think if anything, it's Weirding Way. I think outside of that, I don't like anything else here. I don't think Assassination Mission is a good enough card for you here. I don't really like buying it, but he's going to go for it. Maybe trying to find some selective breeding action, perhaps. Chris Knife turns up here. Baron might be tempted for the Fremen Bond stuff here. I don't hate Chris Knife. Liaison? I guess one's okay. I wouldn't go any more than that, though. I don't think Liaisons are that great in Baron's hands. There's people that use them better. Helena with 4 will tie the combat here. And we'll grab the Fopter, I guess. Although, it's going to be a while until they actually get use out of that. And then a laser is going to reveal for 6 and is going to take hold of Treachery, surely. Yep. Shy Halud. Look at all these swords on the ground. Oh my gosh. It's pretty sickening, right? So, nothing to happen here. It's a pass all around. No one has any combat intrigues. So, Tessia and Helena both get a water and 2 Solari. It's a water for the Baron and nothing for green. Machination bumps are lost. I think Tessia probably won the combat, if I had to be honest. And we're going to move on here. So next up, round 3. Terrible Purpose is our first victory point conflict. Terrible Purpose given the point and the card trash. We're on Spice for second place. Still pretty good at this early stage of the game. So, wow. Baron has Guild Bankers and 6 Persuasion in his hand. But other than that, he's got a dagger. He's no shipping access. What a crazy hand for him. That is nuts. Wow. I'm curious on what Baron's going to do here. Helena's pulled both daggers. A laser putting... She's drawn both daggers. Oh no, she had her signet ring. And Tessia's hand is... Wow, everyone's hand is weird here. Wow, what do you do as Baron Harkonnen? Is there an argument for Baron Harkonnen going tech negotiation to just block GreenFlame from the shuttle fleet they're clearly after? And just revealing him for the point. The question is it worth revealing for the victory point now? Or do you use Guild Bankers for its action? He might go Mentat here, I think. Yeah, I think he's going to go Mentat, and he's going to see what he draws. Finds Dune Desert Planet. He will get access to interstellar shipping. No one can get there ahead of him. So he lucks out a little bit. So I think Baron is just going to intercept the ship and just reveal for the point. I think given the format that it's top 2 go through, I think getting hold of the point now is not bad. It can't be bad as Baron to get hold of your Spice Must Flow early. He's got to be a bit careful about your deck and how you treat it, but I think you got to take it. I think there's enough reason and justification to grab hold of it here. Helena's up. Helena's got a weird decision here. She's got a load of water. Do you go Great Flat? Great Flat looks fairly logical. Great Flat Conspire? Gets you your Swordmaster. But you'd think that the... here's an interesting move. Actually, I tell you what would have been a savage move if Helena had actually like found a way to wealth and dare the Baron to take Solari and give her a Swordmaster. That would have been pretty outrageous. But Great Flat is the right reasonable choice, and she will grab with Boundless Ambition here. So she has 2 ring abilities, so she's going to be able to cycle a lot of the deck out. It's going to be kind of weird. So Alaza does not have access to smuggling. So she would just pick up the shuttle fleet, which she's totally fine with. She gets a couple of bumps. She might as well get shipping. I don't know where she's going to bump. Fremen, I don't hate that. I think it's fine. Tesia is going to cash in her smuggling. Oh, whoops. I think they wanted to go down there by the looks of it. Yeah, I need to just click that one there. Yeah, they went up instead of down. Checked the wrong one. So they're just cashing the smuggling to get hold of their Swordmaster. Makes logical sense. I would do that every time here with Tesia. So she will be first to Swordmaster, which is not often the case with Tesia. Usually she's like chasing behind for that, so that's kind of neat. Baron finds interstellar shipping. Does he go up and down for Sonic Snoopers? Or just down and up here? I don't know. I think getting Sonic Snoopers is fine. Troop Transport is also on the road there. I didn't even spot that. That came up because of Shuttle Fleet. Wow, given the garrisons are empty, maybe there's value for getting that instead? Probably. I don't know. Either way here. Depends how you see it. But I think Sonic's troop transports, especially given his specific situation, he's probably just revealing, helps a lot. Oh my goodness gracious me. And there it is, the money tech, spy satellites. I think this is absolutely enormous given the format of the round of 14 here. Absolute money tech here. I think Helena is about to completely pivot how this works. And I think she is going to say, I've probably got to go get that. This was not what she was intending. But I think, well, no one else can get hold of it at the moment. She doesn't have to get it immediately. But Helena is surely going to make sure she gets hold of it. The problem is, though, I don't know if she's got more council access. Because she's got a ring and both her daggers in hand. I don't think she can get the council unless she goes now. I think she has to get it now. Baron takes the front alliance. He's at 4 points already. Yeah, I don't think Helena has any council access. If she doesn't get it now, she risks completely throwing it away. I think this is forced. It wasn't what she wanted to do at all, but I think, yeah, she had to get it now while she still can. So it will be spy satellites on the spot here. We'll try and write that up there. So grabs it. We free Spice. So Spice Satellites is pretty good for Helena. She will be able to pick spots now. What line she goes for, I don't know. Bene Gesserit looks pretty good. But yeah, that was not part of the plan at all. Kind of forced into it. So a laser had Signet Ring. They might as well use it. I don't know where they're going, though. Imperial Basin looks pretty decent here. High Council would get Shai Halud. And she's got Shuttle Fleet, remember, so she's going to pick up money here. Anytime she goes to smuggling, she will have 8 Solari because of Shuttle Fleet. I think a Laser Ekaz, the high... Oh, I would love to have seen a Laser Ekaz go to High Council and get Shai Halud now and just, like, rock and roll here. I think that would have been really fun. But we're not going to see it. Carthag it is. Finds Bindu suspension, which is not great. But alas. It looks like Baron Harkonnen is just going to win this. He is going to be able to reveal here, which is pretty huge. So Baron is going to be at 6 points after 3 rounds, which is kind of absurd. But he's going to have nuclear heat on this table. Tezia goes Swordmaster here. Baron surely has got to reveal and take the point. What action do you have which gives you a point and that is worth a point here? I don't think there is one. You're not going Arakeen. You're not going Dreadnought. You're not going High Council. I don't think Wealth makes sense, and I don't think Fold Space makes sense. It's reveal and take the point, and you're going to be at 6 in 3 rounds. And the weird thing that's going to happen now is, are the players going to gang up to stop the Baron? Or are they just going to fight amongst themselves and let him get through here? I don't know. But it will be the reveal, and he will take the point. An outrageous start here for Arlanil. Absolute dream. He's going to score the first 5 points of the game. Can you believe it? It's pretty nuts. So, 2 to buy, well, 3 to buy. Couldn't get her. Wow, turned down Boundless Ambition. Just getting out of there. Not interested, so that's out of here. Bindu suspension is going to be played here. Finds the 6th persuasion to go with the 7, so gets on a Shai-Hulud anyways. Okay, well, that worked out nicely. So, Shai-Hulud it is. I'm glad she picked that up. I think that's a good find. It's going to be pretty dangerous here. Tezzy with an action. I guess just go Imperial Basin. Take the 2 spice. But Tezzy's going to have to get going here. Like, the Baron is setting such a crazy pace here. Tezzy's going to have to just, like, absolutely go for it. So, gets a coin. Oops, wrong way. There you go. Baron's going to win it. Elita's going to get a spice and a water for their troubles here. No intrigues to be played. Wow. Now, remember the base Baron can trash any card he wants that's face up, so he can actually trash the Spice Must Flow, and I think he should do. I think keep the dagger. I think it's fine. I would probably get rid of the Spice Must Flow here. Just get it out your deck. 6 points, and everyone else is at 1. Have you seen anything like this before? It's pretty crazy. But like I said, he's going to have nuclear heat on this table. Just double checking, making sure. Yeah, any card that is trashed from any of these 3 spots is returned to the supply. It is not taken off the board. The so-called Pidge rule. For those of you around for the Artificery tournament will know that fairly well. A situation where all 10 Spices Flows got taken off the board and 1 got trashed at the end and someone else could have bought Spices Flow but didn't. It was a bizarre situation. So here we go then. Round 4. Raid stockpiles. Baron loves to see it. This is a dream run out for him at the moment here. A Laser's got Treachery. Her Fold Space. There's a huge amount going on. Diplomacy's there. Gonna put the Fold Space down. So obviously that's gonna be the card to Swordmaster. How do you get a sword? Oh yeah, Tezzia's already got it. Helena will be first. Helena with a bit of a weird hand here. In the Shadows, of course, is not online. Does not have any bumps there. Smuggler's Fob is also not doing anything currently. The Agent of Fence is not active. So she's basically got some mining cards and a city card and that's it. Dispatch and Envoy surely going to have to be used here. But I'm very fascinated to see what's going to happen with the Baron. Are they going to try and peg him back, or are they just going to fight amongst themselves and scrap? The problem is, if they decide to just scrap amongst themselves second, then whoever gets second place is going to move on, and everyone else is going to be out. So it's in their interest, perhaps, to look to take down the Baron and slow him down so that maybe two of them get through instead of just a straight fight for one. But we shall see. Alaza returning the fold space, deciding to pick something different here. I think Treachery is a better pick here. I think you've got to keep fold space and get hold of the Swordmaster right away. Dune I would not pick. It's got to be, I think, Treachery or Diplomacy. You want to use probably, I mean, the Treachery you don't have to use, but I think you should consider it as an option. So Diplomacy it will be. Helena will be up first. I think Dispatch and Envoy looks reasonable here. Garrisons are pretty empty. Helena must know she can't get... Well, if she just goes Wealth with a card, she can get hold of Swordmaster. But the problem is she has no council access. The only card that lets her get so is in the shadows. So there's no real use for her getting it. Not a fun spot this for Helena. Helena's also got to decide what alliance she's going to go for here. Fremen already locked up, you'd feel. Baron just absolutely brushing it. Tezzy's finally going to be able to cut off the Baron at shipping, but probably should have already have done so. It's been kind of weird. How does Leumas take this on here? Trying to work out what his last card is. He's having a look. Dune it is. Arlanil is right. I was talking to the players at the start, and I said, I think this is going to be a wild... I spoke with you guys and said, I think this is going to be a wild game. And it has not disappointed so far. Only the Dune card remains. It's not a great pick. I bet you do. You'll have to wait for the video. So Dispatch is going to be played. Selective breeding. And the mystery continues. So Bene Gesserit is going to be the alliance here. It's weird getting Spice Satellites within the shadows in your hand, though. That's really weird. Dagger's going to go. So Swordmaster for Alaza, as expected, does need to do the draw here. Oh, sorry, ignore me. Sorry, I didn't see you draw it. Sorry, ignore me. You completely missed the daggers there, idiot. So Tezzy's going to use her fold space to get there instead. I guess she has to, like, threaten into the shipping. If she uses Signet Ring, like, they can't get there. So I guess that's fine. Can't hate it. Nothing, just me being adult. Don't worry, carry on. Push the talk is useful, everyone. To tell them how stupid I am. So, the false space is returned, much like the Spice of Slow, as mentioned. So, Baron's just got to interstellar shipping with Signet Ring, and then... whatever you fancy, I guess. The Baron needs to find 4 points. So, he can get hold of 2 points from factions, right? From the Emperor and Bene Gesserit. So, where's he getting his other 2 points? Say the Baron finds another Spice Must Flow draw with his Guild Bankers, which is not guaranteed. That's 9. Where's the Baron's 10th point coming from? The players are not going to let him win any combats. They will pile in if he does. Right? Can you use Dune? I think I would rather use the Signet Ring and then Diplomacy either to Wealth or Secrets. I think I would prefer that. I think that's a better... I think it's a bit sharper to do it that way. You're really giving up on the Diplomacy? Are you going to Signet Ring to Mentat? Or is he thinking of going up and down to, like, get hold of his, he can't get his Swordmaster, so I don't know. A little curious here. Helena's hand is not improved, by the way, really. It's still pretty bad. I think Helena might consider going High Council? They have 5 persuasion. High Council would be 7. It's not a great row for 7, but I mean, Power Play and Piter are there, which are huge. Could go Worm Riders, but it doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. I tell you what, who would like Worm Riders, and that's a Lasery Kaz. She would fawn over that. Worm Riders and Shai-Hulud combo is crazy. Helena does not want a Mentat, though, because she feels like she's delaying Swordmaster. But I think I can get behind it. But High Council is also okay, and it just gets it done here with Spy Satellites. I can't hate it, so Pirate of Rays is incoming. Diplomacy for a laser. Steel Suit looks good. Get them both in. She's going to get one in, and she's going to rely on Treachery getting the job done here. No one else is getting involved. So she's probably going to use the water to go Haga Basin? That does open up Highliner routes. Which I don't hate. Tezzy, you're up here. This should have been cashed in. Yeah, this needs to be cashed in here, the Snoop token. Yeah, they're not optional, so the discard admittedly is optional. You gotta, if you're gonna take that, you gotta discard a card. You don't have to discard for the spice. But if you want the spice, you gotta discard a card. The token is forced though. My bad. Yeah, he got it when he should have done it when it was last on him. That was my bad. He has to take the token. So he's gonna discard for that to get hold of his spice. Signaling in hand here. So he's gonna cut in Haga Basin. So is Tezzy Vernius thinking of some Highliner action? Ooh, that's spicy. Wow, I don't know if Baron's going to be able to hold this alliance. I think Tezzy's going to cut him off here. Wow. Most interesting. Most interesting. Hard to know what... I mean, again, Baron's surely using his Signet Ring, right? He didn't Signet Ring to Interstellar, so... Surely you're Signet Ringing to something here, right? Even Mentat? I don't hate Mentat, but you're drawing into your next set of cards, which isn't amazing. I don't know. Could he just go smuggling and just put in troops with the troop transports? I don't hate that. Maybe in the next round, like, go fold space when Tezzy ships to get in front there. Hey, it's a weird spot. I don't blame him thinking here. Oh, no issues with that at all. It's a bit curious here, but I do think Baron has complicated this. He should have just Signet Ringed to shipping, and this would have been a much more obvious. He would have had some direction with the intrigue. I think it would help direct him to let him know what he was going to do next. Now it's kind of like, I don't really know. He's like kind of indifferent with his own actions, which is not where you want to be. If anything, you want to make your opponent indifferent with their actions and how to respond to you. So it's kind of hard here. Tough call for Baron. I mean, smuggling gets in free troops, right? And you can send them in, and you're going to get a couple of spice, right? Which I can't hate. Yeah, if it was a VP conflict, like, he would have already have done it. But I don't really see what else you're doing here. Like, Hardy Warriors, you don't really want to go there for now. Wealth and Secrets, you probably should have done last round anyways. But you kind of didn't. So you kind of went down a different path. Baron also is conscious that he has a huge lead, and he does not want to give that up. He does not want to suffer from the Baron stall. It's tough. It's a tough spot, but I think the more I look at smuggling with Signet Ring, the more I like it. Research Station makes no sense. Great Flat, I don't think makes any sense. Yeah, none of the faction spaces left are really that desirable. So I think it's got to be smuggling. Yeah, I think this is the right call. And see what the intrigue is and kind of work it from there, I guess. I don't think bumping up makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I think you got to cash here. So there's the troops. He is allowed to see his intrigue before he does anything else. And you should do that. If you're playing as Baron and you're shipping with a ring, first thing you want to do once you've decided you're going to go there is you should get your intrigue and then work it out from there. Give yourself maximum information. Don't make decisions like putting in troops and then you pull intrigue like, oh, actually, maybe I don't want to put them in. And it just looks super weird. Also might help him I think he's going Solari here regardless because he wants his Swordmaster. So I don't think this is going to matter, but I would look at your intrigue before you start to decide whether you want to put troops in. I mean, it's only a laser and Tesia to go. Now, we know a laser has treachery. Now, Arlanil might recall that laser has treachery in hand, so he knows that if he puts in 3 troops, that might not be enough. So, I don't hate just not putting them all in here and just let a laser have the 3 spies. If you go in and Tesia stays out, then that's fine. But Tesia also could be going Highliner right now. And you know what? This is actually not a bad conflict to go Highliner on. There's no worries. You take as long as you need, man. This is actually I think this is a sleeper, really cool one to go Highliner on. Because you can very quickly go Great Flat and Highliner again, if you want to go down that route. In free play, it highly underrated. You should give it a spin. Now, we know that Tesia can't go Highliner. But they don't know that. And they're going to just see Tesia sitting there at 7 spice. And that's kind of scary. A laser will be noticeable of this. She doesn't care too much if she wins or not. She ain't going to put any more in, but Baron really thinking it through. Yeah, he's finally going to look at his intrigue here before he makes any decisions. Should have done this sooner. Oh, no way. Wow. So that is a shipping, and I'm going to bribe shipping, and I'm going to take that alliance. And we're going to go from there. Wow, that's pretty absurd. That's one of his mystery points he needs to find. Is there any reason for Baron to bribe something else? I think the answer to that is no. You kind of want to get in front so Tesia decides to shift her influence from spacing elsewhere. You probably will have to bump shipping again at some point. But you can make that happen. Oh, he's going to take it with the Emperor instead. Wow. I really thought he was going to go spacing there and just take the Alliance and the Free Solari. But decides not to. Okay. Back to the conflict at hand here. He should still put in a troop. I don't think Arlanil's mic is working, so... Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I mean, it tells you the Tells you the story. Like, you know, we've had some really tense gripping games. This is just a completely different feel. It's good times. They can't all be like hyper serious, I guess. So I know having to think about it. The thing is, he is taking this. He dumps him in. Oh my god! And all of a sudden, a laser can't win it with treachery. Wow, it just dumps him in. It's pretty savage. So Helena is going to reveal for 7. She gets a spice, gets a bump, gets a point. Power play. I mean, you just use that on the Bene Gesserit. I don't hate it. Pyro, though, if you're going Spice plus Flow, is probably better. Does go for it. SMR2X turns up. Hello. Yeah, I know. It's a ridiculous scoreboard. I've never seen a scoreboard quite like this before. It's ridiculous. It will be Mentat for a laser. She wants to see what's going on here. Finds a signet ring. I don't know if that's really what she wanted to find. Tezzy's up. Tezzy's not getting involved here. I think Tezzy going to secrets is fine. What else would you do here? Tezzy's got to start worrying about Grand Conspiracy. They've got to start taking points. But I think secrets is fine. I can't be bad here. Get the bump. That's not bad. Tezzy's already got her Swordmaster. I think High Council could well fit into the plans. She wants to go High Council, remember, for Grand Conspiracy. To get that sight in the High Council and get some Spiceless Flow. So that actually pairs really nicely. Good synergy. Alright, Baron is up here. Baron's going to reveal for 2 and a dagger. Baron is just going absolute maximum pace, and he's just hoping that he finishes it before he runs out of steam, but it's... I don't know. I really don't know how this is going to work out here. Baron basically just wants to get his Bene Gesserit point and find two flows and just end the game. And just be done with it and move on. The quicker this game goes, the better it is for him. If this drags on, yeah, and that's expensive. The lasers. I think the Baron is going to look to turtle here. He's going to get his Bene Gesserit point, and he's going to just completely turtle up and just like, please don't touch me. I won't let you touch me. Just not get in the way here. So a laser is up. What does a laser want to do here? Does a laser Ekaz? Oh, I was wondering if a laser Ekaz went Hardy Warriors and threatened the Baron's alliance, what would he do? I actually wouldn't mind seeing that and just going for it and just telling the Baron, say, you know, what is your next move? Recruitment mission is found for Carfag. She's got 4 persuasion if she uses it, so it's not a good time for it, unfortunately. Tezia reveals for free. Will not buy. I think that's okay. A laser will reveal for free and the 2 troops. To make sure of the victory. And we'll grab the Chris knife. Now that is a curious... I think there is intentions to take this from an alliance. I think she's eyeing it up. I think she reckons that the Beast is not going to be paying attention. She's going to steal it. Nothing to play here. Laser takes it. Finds ambush with the free spice. Pretty nice. Couple of spice for Arlanil. But I think this Fremen Alliance is in a lot more danger than it looks. And he's going to have to pay attention here. Could there be some twists in this? If Arlanil does not make it through, having the fact he scored the first 5 points of the game, he's going to be pretty gutted. Next round. Victory points. Siege of Carfag. Everyone's garrisons is empty, though. Alaza has Shai Halud. No Fremen Bond, but she was wanting just the trash stuff here. No council access, but it doesn't really matter. You smuggle and then look to Shai Halud trash at Great Flats? I don't know. Tezia has diplomacy. It seems a great conflict to go Hardy Warrior, to go Highliner in as well. Go for the alliance. Shai-Hulud will go down. Makes sense. You want to use one of the other cards first. Dune or Recon. Recon it will be. She's going research. Wow, she's going to go for the Spice Must Flow. 6. Finds treachery again. I think she was looking for Chris Knife and treachery to steal it. Baron has found Guild Bankers, but it's going to be hard for him to score off of it. Tesia will ship. And what on earth is the Baron going to do here? Baron Swordmaster Signet Ring? I mean, you don't have to do it now. I mean, only Helena can get there, and she's not getting there ahead of you, so you don't have to do it right now. Does he sense there's some danger and go Steel Suits, maybe? Or even Hardy Warriors are just garrison troops. Did he just go Secrets trying to rush points here? Could be caught off guard. He might just go High Council. Let's go Swordmaster now. It's going to be really hard for him to score Spice Must Flow here. I think he should use his Signet Ring, Diplomacy, and Guild Bankers in some form. Maybe just use Guild Bankers to wealth and just rush that alliance and just dare people to try and stop you, you know? But I think that treachery could well get used here. I think Alaza's going to feel the time is now. She's only got 7 persuasion. 8 with recruitment missions. She is short of the Spice Must Flow. I think she was clearly after it. Remember, Shai-Hulud is in the hand. Did not draw well enough. Baron thinking hard about it, and I don't blame him. Every move now, fraught with danger. Knows that everyone is watching every single thing you do. There is no hiding under the radar when you've got 7 points and everyone else has 2. Everything will be scrutinized. Everything will be looked at for weaknesses. He goes Mentat. That's a savage move. Knowing that Helena probably wanted it. And he's not worried about his Swordmaster. That's a real savage move there. I kind of like it. I probably would have just done it with your Signet Ring. He also is trying to find ways to get Spice Must Flows. I think if he can get the selective breeding, he'll do so. I think that's what Baron wants. Baron just wants to get Spice Must Flows and the bench and just get over the line here. He doesn't want to do anything else. Is Alaza going to get in front? Is Tesia going to pivot from Highliner and do there instead? I don't think so. Tezzy's surely going Highliner at some point this round. Who's going to blink first here? Helena is up. It's an amazing row for it. Man, Helena has actually got 10 persuasion in hand here. She's going to put something aside, but she almost doesn't even want it. Basin will be taken. She has to put a card aside, but surely she's just going for the Spice Must Flow, right? So I think Power Play is probably just going to get killed here. It's not going to be used. Voice appears on the row. Very strong. Very scary. So Alaza has Shai-Hulud. Here comes the Secret Forces. Don't know if I like doing that now. I think you're about to step into a minefield of hell here. You might not even get a spice out of that. I think that tells me that Leumas is just going to reveal, and they're just going to hope they get a spice from this. I think that's what it tells me. Leumas is just going to reveal and take the point. Shai-Hulud it is. Shai-Hulud, but now the water is gone because he spent it. And that's why Helena went to Imperial Basin to block. Very shrewd from Leumas. Somehow, Alaza does not have the Fremen Bond. Does this make Helena... Maybe Alaza now has to go selective breeding to draw cards and find the Fremen Bond. There's so many swords on the line. It gives Fremen bumps as well. If she was to find it... Yes, I tell you what, if she finds the Fremen bump here, if she finds Chris Knife, then Treachery of the Hardy Warriors. Oh, she can't get there. But still assume she might be able to. I really think this Fremen Steel is on. And it will completely change the dynamic of this table if it happens. I think this is the right move. I think this is the right move. Oh, I think you got to take this on, but she wants to use treachery for it instead. Ugh. So the Baron's Fremen alliance looks pretty safe now. There's the liaison. Didn't find Chris Knife. That's nuts. It's 10 persuasion. It's a spice must flow. Gonna trash treachery with it. So not trashing it. Oh, trash the recon as well. Tezzy's just gonna smuggle here. And she's gonna take this bump, I imagine, with the spacing. Which is surely gonna tell her that he's going in. And these troops will also be able to go in with Highliner here. It'll be a bump. It'll be with a spacing. He'll take the spice. And this is going to be scary. This is about to be wild here. The problem is the laser's got like 9 swords in hand. Tessia can't even win this combat with Highliners. Is that insane? Highliner clearly being threatened. But maybe it's better not to do it. Back to the Baron. So Baron wanted to go selective breeding, but now cannot. I don't think he can find the spice must flow. I don't think there's any way he can find it now. Unless he went Arakeen and then High Council. He'd have to go Arakeen first. Because you don't expect Tessia to go High Council here. You have to do Arakeen now while you still can. And hope to find something that you know, you either need a 2 persuasion card, or you need, like... You need a 2 persuasion card. Baron mulling it over, though. There's other options available. Great Flat is sitting there for 6 spice as well. Just still going secrets and wealth is not terrible. You want to use a signet ring. Carfax a double intrigue. Maybe you go High Council and you find an intrigue that lets you draw a card. And you get your spice must flow that way. There are ways around this. He really wished he still had he'd thrown away, almost in a way he drew another dagger. Or had another dagger. Kind of make it more straightforward. Now it's kind of weird. Shipping completely denied. The problem is, Baron might try and chase the Spicer Slow, and if he doesn't get it, he's going to be in trouble. But he feels he's got guild bankers, he's got to try, right? I think if he wants to go Spice Must Flow, he needs to go Arakeen now, and then, assuming he draws a 2 persuasion card, he goes High Council. He's looking at his deck here. He's got about 8 cards, 6. I think he's got a coin flip. He bought a liaison. He's got both his convincings. So if he goes Arakeen, in theory it's a coin flip, he gets his Spice Must Flow. It's not bad odds. I think I'm going to probably take it in his position. And he's going to punt for it. Does he find it? He does! Massive find. So High Council will be good for the Spice Must Flow here. Do not put that troop in. He will be sent to die. So High Council, Signet Ring. Seems... You can't imagine Tezia's going there. He's probably going to be good for it. Baron is going to have 2 Spice Must Flows here. Helena just reveals, as noted, for the Spice Must Floats, why she put in the troops immediately. Power play is gone. This is going to be a race for second place, and third and fourth are going to be out here. Alasia just goes full space for the point. Knowing that her swords are probably good here if Tessia goes in. And that's the question. If Tessia highlines, which she set herself up to do, if she puts it all in, she's not good. Laser will pipe her by 1. And Eliza will spend it, the ambush, and say, if you've got me, you've got me. She won't not use ambush. These are dangerous times for Producer Sean here. But I don't see how you can stop this. He's eyeing up other options. If he manages to not highline here, it's really impressive. But I just don't see how he can help himself here. How do you not go in highliner? To his credit, he's thinking it through, and he's looking at the deck, and he must realise that Shai Hulud is in his hand. Is in Eliza's hand, and must think, oh, actually, I'm in trouble here. Shai Hulud, very likely to be active. Not guaranteed, but very likely. Shai Hulud, of course, was the card they put down, so knows it's there, and knows they're going for the swords, and if she hasn't used it, it means Ferron Bond is probably active. Although the spice got blocked. He dodges it. Wow. And he is rewarded with urgent mission. And he gets to claim the Snooper token, so he gets another intrigue. Wow, that is a badass pass. How did he get away from that? Oh, he finds finesse. He can take the alliance enemies if he wants. And the problem is he's got to be a little careful here, of course. He is on the intrigue limit. He can't use dispensation. Grant's missing his endgame. Should he just use urgent mission and you go reshipping, right? But you have to wait for it to come back round to you. Secrets is safe. No one's infiltrating there. When a person got intrigues as a laser, you can just pass. You don't need to use it now. He might finesse, though, just to get it out of his hand. Ooh. He's going to urgent mission now. Yeah, he doesn't have to do it now, though. Like, he doesn't... You still have to pass, so... So he passes around, he does it around there, and you just hope it doesn't get stolen, but it seems... There's no way it can be stolen. It's totally safe, so... Baron is up. Baron has the High Council. He gets his point. It gets him to 8. Curious to see what intrigue he pulls here. So Baron, as I said, just turtling up and just hoping to just crawl over the line in any fashion. He doesn't care how he gets there. Oh my good grief. I mean, that's kind of disgusting. How in the world has he found Sleep Must Awaken? That's kind of ridiculous. What on earth? Two of these players are going home. First, there's surely Baron's making top 2. Someone's going to get second, and the rest are just going to be out here. A laser shows the swords and the spice must flow. It was a massive dodge from Tezia. Fair play to him to not get caught into this. And here comes urgent mission. It's urgent mission to re-ship, I imagine. I don't know if he can actually get back to shipping. Oh, he's got cards that can get him there, but he's not going to draw them. He's unlucky. But this is still the right move. He's going to be unlucky here. He's not going to draw any of his cards that get him to instead of shipping. Can't do much about that. Baron takes the spice. He's at 8. Sleep Must Awaken is 9. This has been some ridiculous draw cards for Baron, but sometimes it works. Tezia reveals for a couple. She won't buy. Green got in the way, but you got your coin for Arakeen, so I wouldn't be complaining. A laser takes the point, gets up to 6 here. And Producer Sean is in serious trouble. Remember, of course, Leumas has 3 points in the background, and a laser will be very aware of this. And it's not looking good for Producer Sean. He needs a victory point combat, and he needs it. No, that's not it. Oh, it's not it. Oh, this looks bad. Sean is in real trouble. Eliza puts the dagger down. It's trade monopoly. Oh dear. And again, Tezzy is thinking, well, I get my forward space or my guild admin, I highlight. He isn't found either, so he needs to draw them. He needs to draw them now. It's of absolute... It's imperative he draws them. He's got to highline this round and take this alliance, and he's got to win this combat and just try and make this all work here. Tezia is in real trouble. Selective breeding first up. I think it's a good find. Just guarantee you find it. He's going to get rid of his assassination mission. I actually would have considered keeping that in my hand. He's going the wrong way. So 11 it is. So he draws 2. He will get interstellar access with his fold space. Guild Ambassador is the last card. Baron at 8 here. Baron has got... You gotta be kidding me. The Baron has drawn 9 persuasion. Wow. Baron is just... This game is just playing itself for the Baron. It's ridiculous. Can you believe this? I think the move for the Baron... Oh, he can't Mentat. He's short. Baron Harkonnen can win this round if he goes great flat in tech negotiation. He just wins. It's over. It's just over. Does he get to tech negotiation? I'll be honest, I think he gets tech negotiation. It's a risk, but you're so far ahead here. I think it's worth it. He's seeing it, he's looking at it, he's thinking about it. He's also considering just straight revealing. He's going to go in the tank here. He's going to assess this, but I think that's the move for Baron. I think Baron needs to go great flat, and Baron needs to go tech negotiation. And if he does that, he wins the game. And if if he goes great flat and like the players decide to get in his way, I mean, it's not a disaster. But I think if you've got a chance to close out the game right now, I think you just got to do it. And if the players don't stop you, the players don't stop you, you know? What else is there with this hand? I think he's considering just straight revealing. Maybe he doesn't see that he can do both. Maybe he thinks he has to either go Doom Desert Planet or he just reveals the point. But he can get both with tech negotiation. It gives you the one reveal. So, I don't see what else he can do here. I think he has to go for it. And if he doesn't get it, he's going to get a point regardless. So, Baron thinking it through, which I don't mind. There is no time limit in these games. If he wants to take a while, I don't blame him. You know, it's the knockouts. He doesn't want to... He thinks he's got this lead here, and he doesn't want to throw it away. Not on camera. Wouldn't look good in the office, I'm sure. So I got no issues with him taking some time here. But I think that's the move. Great flat and threaten tech negotiation. If no one goes tech negotiation, then game's over. You just win. It can be easy to forget the tech negotiation gives you the persuasion, though. Like, it's definitely missable. The thing is, as well, is that he might go great flat, and, like, Tezia or Eliza might cash in their money, and then you've got Mentat as well that's also an option. And between Mentat and tech negotiation, you're going to get your Spice Must Flow. So, I think it's great flat. He's looking at his card deck here. But there's nothing to be done. Unless he draws... I mean, he could draw his Spice Must Flow or his dagger. So a quarter of the time, he doesn't get there. And that's if he goes Mentat. If he gets tech negotiation, it's guaranteed it's over. So you just gotta do it. And if Mentat goes and tech negotiation goes, then, you know, you've got 7 spice. And you've got 4 of that for a point, and then you can do something. You know? So if you want to end it this round, that's the route. I'm pretty sure he will come to the same conclusion. Baron has lived a spirited life on this table. It has been ridiculous. Like, he had a bit of free reign early, but his card draw has been, like, just crazy how good it's been. Kind of outrageous how well he's run here. Baron Harkonnen's going to tech negotiate first. Of course, no one has water. He tech negotiates now, then the game is over. I should have seen that. I do apologize. I'm sure someone was typing in the comment, "Oh, Shadow, why you should just go the other way. You're terrible." I'm like, yeah, I probably am. That's why I didn't make it through the wildcards, right? Tech negotiation, and Baron wins. So the question is, assuming Baron does that, what happens between Helena and Eliza? Eliza's at 6. Helena is effectively at 6. It's going to be between them. There's no victory points in this combat. Helena is going to get hold of a Spice Must Flow this round. Where is Eliza getting her point? Where is Eliza getting her point from? Wealth would be a point. But the problem is she's going to be behind on Spice. He misses it! Oh, the Baron misses it! Oh, it was just a clean route. He's going up and down for the Spice is what he's doing. He's not even thinking about Great Flat, so he's going to try it this way instead. But yeah, tech negotiation, the game was just over. So he's going to go up and down for the Spice. This is going to look very strange. And the players must now realize that there is something strange going on. And he's going to just try and finish this game right now. But Helena's not going to do anything to stop this. She's going Arakeen. Eliza cannot stop it. So Tesia Vernius is the only person that can stop this game from ending. And if the game ends now, Tesia Vernius is out of this game. And he's out of the tournament. But how do you find tech negotiation as Tesia Vernius here? I've commentated on both of Producer Sean's group games, and he won them both in crazy circumstances in a way. But I don't think the hat-trick's coming here. I cannot see how he could... But I was sure he was going highliner, and he found secrets. If he finds tech negotiation here, this is going to be the mammoth of all blocks. And then it comes down to a Mentat redraw. We can't get it because he doesn't have the money. It's tech negotiation or he's out. How does he see it? It's over. It's all over. He's hoping is Sean to get the up and down here, to get hold of the bump for selective breeding, to get his 2 forwards for Grand Conspiracy, but he has no high count, so he's got no Spice Must Flow. So it's all over. Arlanil is going to win this kind of bizarre game. He will be through to the next round. So it's a shot for second here. It has been strange. Quarterfinal G awaits for Arlanil. Second place is going to have a match against Narkton Sneaker. Helena just reveals for the Spiceless Flow to 7 points. And is going to hope that 7's good here. I think Helena's going to be good here. I can't see how she doesn't. How does Helena? Eliza's got 6 points. She's going to get to 7, but how does she possibly find the... Oh, she's going to get the 4th spice, but she's not going to have the money. Surely she's going to be short on cash. And that's it. It's over. Baron just wins. It's going to be a very curious post-game chat when we get there. This has been a strange game. He definitely can. And that's the game. Arlanil wins in 6 rounds. And is through to the quarters. Who joins him is the question. Yeah, and Sean realizes it's over. He realizes it's all over. It has been strange. Baron Harkonnen finds 3 Spicemas flows in 6 rounds. And now it's a points rush. A laser gets the 7. No way. A laser Ekaz. Is she about to be eliminated on water? She's going to reveal for 4 spice. They've both got 3 wealth. 3 Solari. She's about to go out on water. What? Unless Tessia Vernius can find a load of points. But there's nothing to do here. He's looking. He has no secret access. That would have been the move, but it's not there. He can't go high council. He's got finesse. But finesse is no good. He needs another bump from somewhere. I would still probably finesse. I mean, he could drop. Oh, there's an option here. Tessia could shift away from... Oh, just needs another bump, though. It's just short. I would probably finesse anyways from the spacing to the Bene Gesserit and just see what happens. And see what intrigue you draw. That would be the move here. Shift from spacing to Bene Gesserit, find another intrigue, and hope you find something that gets you through. Maybe you find War Chest, maybe you find Choem Shares. Maybe you find... Well, Sleep Must Awaken is out. Maybe you find Water of Life. Anything. Reinforcements. It's the saddest reinforcements you ever saw. It's the saddest reinforcements you ever saw. He's going to get a point from the conflict, but the problem is he can't get... He can't get Sonic Snoopers and trash it because he'll still be in combat. His best bet is to go for Spaceport and hope he somehow finds... He can't find enough persuasion. It's just over. Sean cannot get away. Finesse would have given him reinforcements, which would have also been pretty sad, but who knows what the next intrigue would have been. So Arlanil finds his way to the next round. I think Leumas is going to get through on a water. Wait, Eliza got another Solari? She found Chris Knife. That is savage. That is absolutely savage. He can't trash is the problem. He's got to take the bump. Second wave does nothing. He expedite does nothing. I think he's drawn one too many. It doesn't matter. Nah, you can't trash it, I'm afraid. Not in combat resolution, sadly. You got the intrigues, but I don't actually think he should have Snooper, I'm pretty sure. I think he's actually drawn accidentally, but it will not matter. So, Baron Harkonnen goes through. GreenFlame finds Crysknife. And he's going to beat Leumas draw by a Solari. I told this would be wild, right?
Alright, so far so good for me. Oh!
So when I was setting this up, I had a feeling this was going to be a pretty wild game. It was, but not in the way that I think anyone expected.
Oh, I completely missed Red getting that tech. That's huge in this game.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. You got the spike, the Solari tiebreaker.
You found the
Wow.
Solari with Crysknife, which gets you through, which is crazy.
Didn't even know I needed that at this one too.
I missed it.
This is because you had 3 on reveal, and this I didn't even realize was going to be the Solari.
Yeah, I mean, how often does the Crysknife 1 Solari matter? I mean,
pretty much never.
I mean, so
I guess it did today. Wow.
So we have to start with the Baron here, and that he was gifted here a little bit. I mean, 3 Splice plus flows in 6 rounds of the Baron. I don't think I've ever seen that in my life. I don't think I've seen that.
What? Do you mind if I go through your deck?
He found 2 of them with Guild Bankers, and then this hand, he just drew 9 Persuasion.
Yeah.
Like,
that's beautiful.
I mean, yeah.
I'm just saying, I needed a few more turns.
Yeah, I mean, this was... I agree, man. This was just completely... This is one of the weirder games I've ever seen in my life. Like, this was just so strange. Like, Baron obviously got the early run of shipping, but then just went on just I mean, you can't do much about the cards there. And obviously, you need, like, an extra round. Like, you know, Tessia needs a little bit of time sometimes. Obviously, kicking the other snoopers and such. You got the alliances, but...
Yeah.
This was
it's just brutal, especially the entry cards that I drew.
Yeah, definitely. You had to try. I mean, you found bits and pieces and whatnot, but yeah, it just. I mean, this is a weird game.
This buy really felt bad immediately once I got Spy Satellites. I was like, "There's no, I'm never gonna get there." And it was just a dead card.
I mean, it was crazy though, because I'm pretty sure you were setting up for like either Conspire, I think, or something like that, and then Spy Satellites came out, and you're like, well.
I was considering going there because I was gonna get my Swordmaster online, but then it came up, and I just was like, I can't.
Because all your counter access was in your hand. Like you would, if you didn't get it then, you never draw it. So like you've got to get higher Spy Satellites, and it's just like, well, I mean, what do you do?
And then I just was in the point where I was like, I kept drawing just green and blue access. I couldn't do anything except for green and blue, like 2 turns in a row.
Yeah.
The one time I wanted to go here, it got blocked, and I was gonna hopefully reveal.
Try and find that
the alliance.
Point, yeah.
But yeah, good game though. Good game.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's one of the weirder games of Dune I've seen in a while. It's been strange, you know. I've seen all sorts of weird stuff, and like even the 4 games I've covered in the knockouts so far, they've all been different. I don't think I'm gonna have another game quite like this. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just how strange this kind of works itself out. But you know, Arlanil gets there, and GreenFlame finds the Crysknife from the gods, because otherwise you were losing by a water.
I was thinking even back to Sean, so that Machinations I decided to go
Yeah.
in and block you because I just thought that was too strong for you to get early.
Yeah, that was a big decision. That really hurt. Like Tezzy, like if
And
Machinations comes off and she gets it, it's such a huge action driver. So I totally got the block. I think it was worth spending for that. I think you had to.
yeah, it was.
I didn't hate that. If Tezzy gets it, it's like she just kind of starts running away a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, and that's I totally get that. But yeah,
It was good though.
what a weird game. Congrats to Arlanil and Green.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so hard to like analyze a game like this. Like, where do you even start?
I felt like Shadow. I was really hoping no one thought I was just throwing because I was like,
No,
"There's this." I'm just getting the points where I literally.
Oh, yeah.
only
yeah,
got
you were
one.
just trying to score whatever you could because the game was
I
over.
was like-
and Baron, obviously, I mean, like the thing is, that Baron this round, like if Baron just goes tech negotiation first, you just win because you've got Interstellar,
Yeah.
you've got Hagar Basin, you've
Yeah.
got Great Flat, like you know. And you didn't have the money for Mentat, so like if someone finds tech negotiation, you just get blocked. But you had like 3 spots to get hold of your 4 spice. Like you were, no one else to get there. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to lose you, Sean, as well. Like it's been great having you. It's been great entertainment. It wasn't a 3 out of 3, man, but you've been really great for the tournament to have in, and I've really appreciated you being in here, man.
Appreciate you for putting this on, Shadow, and thanks, guys. This was a lot of fun. Enjoyed
As
Yeah.
as
Yeah, it's a good game.
stated,
Good game.
we take checks.
it.
And so that is going to do it for us here. It's over the course of this tournament, I think I've casted about 40 separate matches. Almost all of them have been 4-player. Between this and the Imperium Cup, and I think the back end of the Artificery, I must have commentated probably the best part of about 100 games. I don't think I've ever seen a game like that before where I've commentated on. Just very strange. Sometimes I guess you just, I don't want to say better lucky than good. That's being disingenuous here, but I mean Arlanil will happily accept that he ran pretty well and that he probably should have been policed more, and he didn't, and he just got away with murder in this game. Although to be fair, 3 Spiceless Flows in 6 rounds is a crime. I don't think Baron should be allowed to do that. I think he probably should give one. And then he found Sleeper Must Awaken as well. I mean, when you're running well, man, what can you do? Absolutely crazy. So Arlanil will proceed. It will be GreenFlame in a quarterfinal match against Nukma and Sneaker Dead. And Leumas draw and Producer Sean will both be out. There's no way either of them are going to be good for third place finishes unless something absolutely crazy happens. What a what a weird match it's been. I'm fascinated to know what you guys made of this. I hope that you don't just decide to bury everyone in this game. But I mean, you see all sorts of weird things. Doing Imperium, like, you know, it's a weird mistress sometimes. Is there any way Sean could have found his way to the points to get this round? I don't think so. They had to stop Baron this round, and they didn't. But yeah, GreenFlame with the greatest Chris Knife play you may ever see in your lives. Wow, what a find. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you in the next conflict.